what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Okay, what's going on? So, my name is LaQuinta, also known as Q. And everyone that knows me knows that I am from one of the most lit places on the planet. So I decided to do a video that talks about my top favorite places to go, because sometimes when I'm at home just in the middle of doing like whatever, I could be trying to cook or watching a movie or just doing whatever, and I'll just get the most random text. Hey Q, I'm in your city. What can I eat? Where can I go to get some good food? And it's like, hey, it's New Orleans. Everything there is practically good. So, I mean, pick a place, throw a dart, walk up on somebody's porch and be like, what you got to eat? It's all good. So, but these are my top 10 places that I go to. Not saying that this list is all inclusive, like these are the only places that you can go to get food, good food, because like I just said, just about any place in New Orleans has great food. But this is typically where I go whenever I go home to visit. So the top place that I go is boom, 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 is this place called Manchu. Now, you probably saying, what in the world? Now look, it's in the 7th Ward. I grew up in this neighborhood. Look a little sketchy, but you know what? It's not that bad. So you can go ahead on and try it out. What is Manchu known for? Manchu has, like, hands down the best chicken wings I have ever tasted outside of my mom's, okay? I'm telling you, these, I don't know what they put on the chicken wings, but they're good. They're so good that people even cater Manchus to have their chicken wings for their weddings, like for the, you know, the receptions and stuff. So the chicken wings must be that good. So you get your chicken wings with that fried rice, and let me tell you, it's the bomb. Go get you that. And they also have really good Yaki Man soup. Now you might be saying, what the heck is Yaki Man soup? Yaki Man soup is basically egg drop soup. It's really good. I mean, it is delicious. And ever since I've left New Orleans, I have never been able to find Yaki Man soup anywhere. But if you go to Manchu's, you can find some. And best of all, Manchu's is also a store, so you can get your food, grab you a drink and some chips. Bam, you hooked up. What? That's what I'm talking about. The next place you can go, which is not far from Manchu's, is called Danny's Seafood. Now, of course, like I said, I lived around here. It looks a little sketchy, but guess what? It's not that bad. Danny's specializes in boiled foods. So you can go there and get you some boiled crawfish, boiled corn, boiled turkey necks, which happens to be my favorite. Yes, all delicious. Try Danny's. The next place that I go, that I absolutely love, one of my favorite places before all the tourists found out about it, was my spot to go, but I still go there. I still have one. It's Cajun's. Cajun's. It's on. Say, yes, Cajun's. Cajun's is so good. Cajun's has a little bit of everything, from boiled foods to fried foods to home cooked foods to even raw seafood that you can boil yourself if you don't want them to boil it. But why would you not want the stuff that's already boiled? Because that place be popping, let me tell you. Everything is good up in there. I usually go there and get my boiled turkey neck, fried shrimp po' boy. What else do I get? I get gumbo. Get that from my husband because he loves gumbo. And they also usually have like pralines or pecan candy, whatever you call it. We call it different things. And I would also get my Bark Straight cream soda from there, or a big shots. Do you hear me? Pineapple or strawberry. Yeah. Let's see. Which brings me to my next favorite spots. Let's talk about New Orleans Seafood and Hamburger Company. One of the best places in New Orleans to get some grub. Okay, let me tell you, look at all this stuff that they have to offer. What do I get when I go there? I get the seafood platter. My husband and I, we share this because it is too big for one person. If you get it by yourself, you will be having food for the next 2 to 3 days, unless you're just greedy and you eat it all up. It comes with fried fish, fried shrimp, garlic fries, hush puppies. What else is on there? You get crab cakes. I mean, so much stuff on there. It's like, good Lord. Oh, oysters. Popping. Okay, what else? Right behind New Orleans Seafood and Hamburger Company on St. Charles, because that's the one that I go to, is New Orleans Coffee and Beignet Company. Okay, so if you like beignets and you don't want to go to where everybody else, all the 1,100 other people going to get beignets, go here. They have really good beignets and they're huge. If you don't like the big ones, you can get beignet bites. Their coffee is delicious. They have a nice little setup. It looks just like a cafe. I mean, it's cool. Which brings me to my next place. If you want the beignets that everybody goes to get at Cafe du Monde. Now, the one that everyone usually goes to is on, of course, Decatur Street. If you don't get there like first thing in the morning before everybody wakes up, you will be in a line that is like wrapped around the entire city of New Orleans. For real though, that line gets long. But people stand in line for them beignets because they are that good. There's also another beignet shop in the Riverwalk if you want to walk a little bit down. But like I said, that one is also busy. If you want to go across the river to Oakwood Shopping Mall, they have one in there. But again, it stays busy. But well worth it. Why would you go to New Orleans and not get beignets? Do that. My next favorite place is Melba's. Okay, Melba's is on Elysian Fields. Melba's is another place that has a little bit of everything. They have po' boys, they have cooked food, they have boiled foods, and most importantly, guess what they got, y'all? They have daiquiris. The first time I got a daiquiri from Melba's, my head was spinning because the lady said, "Do you want me to put a shot of Patron in it?" I was like, "What? It's a daiquiri. What can it do? Go ahead and put the shot of Patron in there." My head was towed up. I was like, good Lord, how much Patron did she put in this thing? It's supposed to be a shot, not a whole cup. But that daiquiri was the bomb, let me tell you. What is my next favorite place that back? The Quarter Two Sisters. So the Quarter Two Sisters is on Royale in the French Quarters. It's fancy. So you need to go there looking cute, like real cute. And it's like a really upscale buffet because the food there, it's laid out like a buffet, but it is so like elegant the way they have it laid out. It ain't like no going to no Golden Corral. This place is like, I mean, chandeliers, bling bling here, bling bling there, crystal here, crystal there. It is well worth the price because it is a little pricey. So save your coins. Do you hear me? Where else do I like to go? Oh yeah. Hold on. Quarter Two Sisters. What else do we talk about? Oh, Acme. How could I forget Acme? Acme is on St. Charles Street too. That's another one of my favorite. Like the whole St. Charles Street area is like one of my favorite areas to just kind of go because it's so kind of like pretty. You got the trees with Spanish moss just dangling. You have two of the most prominent universities in New Orleans, Tulane and Loyola right there. So it's just, the streetcar runs up and down the street. So it's just a nice area. But anyway, get back to Acme. Acme Oyster House. It's in the name. Of course, you got to try the oysters. Fried oysters. That's what I get. I don't eat them raw, but I know people that do. If you like them raw, I hear they are the bomb, but I go there, I usually get a fried oyster po' boy or a fried shrimp po' boy. That's what you get at Acme's. Try it. It is the bomb. And of course, certainly, last but not least, my ultimate, most wonderful place to get a meal when I go to New Orleans is, yes, you guessed it, none other than the Maryland Perry. Who is that? That's my mama. Why would I go to New Orleans and not eat my mama's food? I've been grew up on that. It is the bomb. My mom, oh my God, how does she cook? She cooks so good. Like if I tell my mom right now, if I call her and say, I'm on my way, she will cook enough food for me in this entire city that I live in. I go home and I'm like, there's like food laid out everywhere. I'm like, who did you cook for? Like, it's just me, my husband, and 2 kids. Like, where we gonna do with all this food? But she usually will send us home with all that food. Red beans and rice, her specialty. Gumbo, seafood dressing. She makes awesome fried fish, fried chicken, everything. Okay? And of course, I'm not going to put my mom's address on here, but if you want to friend her on Facebook, and if you ever in New Orleans, because 9 times out of 10, she's throwing down in the kitchen if she doesn't have to work, she might just invite you to her house and say, come get a meal. The only thing you got to do is bring her a little something, something. I mean, how hard is that? Holla, my top 10 places to eat when I'm in New Orleans. Peace.